People say fate chooses the strangest moments to rewrite our lives, but for Emma Lewis, a single mother fighting just to survive, fate arrived as a faint tapping sound under the cold soil of a forgotten forest. She thought it was an animal until she heard the muffled scream. What she dug out that night was a man buried alive, a millionaire no one knew was missing. But what he whispered the moment she pulled him out didn't just change her life, it bound their destinies forever. Emma Lewis had learned to live quietly. When you're a single mother raising a 7-year-old boy on a waitress salary, the world teaches you not to expect miracles. Every day was the same routine: work a double shift, pick up Noah from school, heat dinner, collapse into bed, and pray that tomorrow wouldn't break the little strength she had left that evening. Emma drove home through the old Pinewood Forest Road because the main highway was shut for repairs. Her car was old, the kind of old that rattled even on smooth streets, but she couldn't afford a mechanic. Noah was asleep in the back seat, clutching his toy car, breathing softly. The forest was unusually silent. No crickets. No wind. Just a thick, uneasy quiet that made Emma turn down the radio. Then, she heard it: a faint tapping. Slow. Rhythmic. Like knuckles hitting wood or soil. At first she ignored it, assuming it was her engine again. But when she stopped the car to check, the sound continued. From the woods: tap. 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 Something in her chest tightened, fear mixed with something deeper, a sense that someone was calling out for help. She grabbed her phone for light, told Noah not to move, and stepped into the trees. The tapping grew louder. Faster. Desperate, her flashlight hit a mound of freshly disturbed dirt, and that's when she heard it, a voice, weak and broken. Help, please. Emma's breath froze. Someone was under the ground. Buried alive. She dropped to her knees, clawing at the dirt with her bare hands, ignoring the sharp roots cutting into her skin. Whoever was down there was running out of time. The soil was getting colder. She could hear the suffocating panic in their muffled cries. Her fingers scraped against something hard. A wooden lid. A coffin. Emma screamed for help, though she knew no one could hear her. She dug faster, crying, panting, trembling, until she uncovered enough space to wedge her fingers beneath the lid and pull with every ounce of strength she had. The lid cracked open. Inside lay a man in his 30s, pale, bruised, and barely conscious. His wrists were tied. His breathing shallow, his lips trembled as he whispered, "You saved me." Emma helped him sit up. He tried to speak more, but collapsed into her arms. She lifted his head gently and whispered that he would be okay. She had no idea who he was, and she had no idea that her life had just collided with a story far bigger than she could imagine. But before he passed out, he whispered something else, so faint she almost missed it: "Don't let them find me." Emma. She froze. He knew her name. How? Emma managed to drag the man to her car. Noah woke up, confused and frightened, but she calmed him and laid the stranger across the back seat. She drove to the nearest emergency center, her heart racing, her hands shaking every time she replayed his whisper. How did he know her? Doctors rushed him in. Hours passed before she was allowed to see him again. When he woke up, he looked around the room as if expecting danger to burst through the walls. "You're safe," Emma whispered. "My name is Emma Lewis," he interrupted softly. "I know." She stepped back, chills running up her spine. "Who are you?" He took a slow breath. "My name is Ethan Ward. I'm the CEO of Ward Enterprises." Emma stared at him, stunned. She had seen his face on magazines at grocery stores. He was one of the youngest millionaires in the country, and he had been buried alive in the woods. Ethan explained everything in a trembling voice. His business partner, someone he trusted, had tried to eliminate him after discovering Ethan planned to expose massive corruption inside the company. They staged his disappearance and buried him alive, expecting no one to ever find him. "No one was supposed to take that road tonight," Ethan said. "But you did." Emma felt a lump in her throat. "I just heard you." He looked at her with eyes filled not with wealth or power, but gratitude. And fear, you saved my life, he whispered. So now, I'll save yours. Emma blinked, confused. What do you mean? Ethan held her hand gently, his voice breaking. Emma, your life has been harder than it should have been. You struggle alone. You give everything to your son. You still have a heart kind enough to stop your car and dig a stranger out of the ground, he swallowed. I heard you. I heard your voice through the soil before you even reached me. It kept me alive. I owe you everything. Before she could respond, detectives arrived. There were statements, police cars, and media chaos. But through it all, Ethan stayed close to Emma and Noah, insisting they stay under protection until his attackers were arrested. Days later, when everything settled, Ethan visited Emma's small apartment. He held an envelope in his hand. This is for you, he said softly. Inside was legal paperwork, transferring ownership of a new house to Emma. A safe place. A fresh start. No conditions. No expectations. Emma burst into tears. Ethan, I can't accept this. He gently wiped her tears with his thumb. You saved me from the dark, he whispered. Let me bring you into the light. For the first time in years, Emma felt hope rising inside her. Not because of the house, but because someone finally saw her. Someone valued her bravery, her strength, her kindness. Ethan knelt to Noah's level and smiled. Your mom is a hero. And for the first time, Noah smiled back. That night, standing outside her new home, Emma looked up at the stars. Life had been cruel, but sometimes, it sent miracles buried in the most unexpected places. Ethan walked beside her, his voice soft and steady. Emma, the night you saved me, I thought I was going to die. But the truth is, I was just waiting for the moment someone brought me back to life. That someone was you. What he whispered in that coffin didn't just save him, it connected their fates forever.